Alright, guys. Today is gonna be episode number 60 in the P Alpha Music Podcast. Today I'm gonna relax a little bit, maybe venting a little bit, since a lot of things have been going on in this world, and it's hard to keep it together. I'm gonna try to just make sure that my thoughts are congruent and not all over the place. It's important that I like this. I like to speak in a microphone. It's not something that really scares me, or either detest myself. Hearing my voice is something that I'm really used to. But today I'm gonna just keep it simple. Just vent a little bit of how things are going on and how things are being changing drastically in a couple months. Make sure they share the P Alpha Music Podcast in the different platforms. Click share. We really appreciate about that. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Just a reminder that my woman's gonna do a show called Casino Show. Make sure that you guys are paying attention to that. It's gonna be hosted in the palphamusic.fm website. That way you guys have better details. She's gonna mostly focus on the self-development, more into the female category of things, but she's gonna bring new topics to the P Alpha Music podcast world. Now, let's get to it. Episode number 60, venting. Sometimes, I might have something to say, Sometimes I might have nothing to say. And since I've been very, busy with a lot of things, podcasting is always in my heart because I do really like to podcast around. I love, to talk about things, talk in the microphone. And really, in the end, someone might find themselves identify with it. In the last couple of months, a lot of things have changed. I made a lot of adjustments. I'm gonna be a father now. Very happy for it. I have a great woman that support me. Live in New York. Managed to learn a lot of things from New York. Working as a salesman is something that is always new for me, and I have been doing it for 3-4 years. Play my piano still. I managed to get some time to play my instrument because I love it. I love it more than my woman. But sometimes it's hard, I'm not gonna lie. It's hard because playing piano does require a lot of mental strength, a lot of stamina, a lot of focus, a lot of repetition. Since I'm working as a salesman, it made my routines a little bit tedious. And let me explain. Since dealing with people is a very draining job, right? Sometimes can take out of the equation of needing that energy to do something we love. Don't get me wrong, I love doing sales and music, right? But in my nature state, I have to get used to that. Even if I feel tired, I have to do it. There's no excuses for that. Since finishing my master's degree, going to Wyoming, coming back to New York, doing my career as a musician, going to Europe to play my piano, meeting new people. I understand. It does require a lot of energy. But inside my heart, I know it's not an excuse to make things like they should be. I should become what I want to be. Now, you can simply say, okay, I just give up to this, just let time goes by, and then I will try to justify why I didn't do what I was supposed to do. That could be the easiest road. More importantly, right, I can become a great pianist, have the best of the best. Now, if mentally I'm not strong, I can just get in depression or commit suicide or go to the wrong road. It happens all the time. When becoming the best person of yourself, you should start from the point of view of what is your purpose on this world and why knowing more about yourself is the right thing moving forward. I'm a man. Not only a man, I need to find where's my manhood is inside me. Am I being cowardice? Am I being brave? Am I being genuine? Am I lying? Those small steps or those small questions do make the difference regarding am I working with music or not. Because music is a skill, right? But not a mental state. Being a man is a reality, but am I being a man? Being a brother, being a family, being a father now. Great husband, great partner. Responsible. Am I following through my schedules, my willingness? Those are the things that matters most, especially when your body and your state of mind doesn't want to do it. When you want to become the best man you can be, when your mind doesn't want to do it, those are the times where it counts. When you don't want to practice piano, and you sit down and you do it, those are the times that counts. When you want to stretch yourself more in the sales world to get more commission, that's when the times come. When you don't want to just do it anymore, that's when it really counts. And for some reason, knowing more about how much I can improve as a human has to contribute to what I am today. Now, also the books that you're reading, what you listen in the morning, what you eat, is your religion or your spiritual side is aligned with yourself. All the small things. Now, of course, there's a lot of ways where you can just make that an absent, right? And pretend that it's under control. Now, is it? Is it or is it not? It's easy to lie to others, but to lie to yourself, is it that easy? That's a great question. It is not. It is very easy to lie to others. Okay, you can pretend. But is it easy to lie to yourself? How do you feel after you're lying to others? Or pretending to be someone that you're not to others? How's that confidence goes down, right? Yeah. It's like Jordan Peterson says. Jordan Peterson said, if you're not going to tell the truth, at least don't lie. Is that interesting? If you're not going to tell the truth, at least don't lie. Why? Every time that you lie, you're creating a false premise of what's a reality. And we know each person has a different reality. Now, that reality can be based on facts or perspective. Now, you cannot say that each one is the same. Perspectives is what you perceive of reality. In fact, is what the reality is as is. Now, these things go deeper than we think. These things are deeper that we can comprehend. For example, small decisions, patience is one of them. Anger, controlling anger. Yeah. Healthiness, decision making. All those small things is not perceivable by the eyes, but by the actions that you make every day. Even when you go to the kitchen, every time that you go to the restroom, every time that you go to do exercise, or go to a walk to the park, every time that you buy food, there's a perception that certain decisions are affecting your life, the interactions that you're having with your friends, your family. Are you being you, or you pretending to be someone just for the occasion? I struggle with a lot of those things during the years, and of course a lot of us do. It's a very common practice to live by these examples, not only because it's something that we inherit to be, but being fearful of the truth makes it be. Why? Truth hurts. Knowing and looking at yourself in the mirror to see the person that you could become makes it hard to see. Not understanding where you can start is with one simple step. It has to come from you, which is admitting the truth. A truth is not based on perspective, but reality. You cannot negotiate truth. You cannot negotiate reality, right? Because you want to perceive a life where you don't really believe. It's like people that like to just buy expensive car, good for them, but are they happy? Are they fulfilling? Are they really success? Because success is not about money. Successful people do have money because they're successful in their life on what they do. They're successful with themselves. So money will come. But money does not represent success. Because success will end up being something where you give to others. And sometimes as a musician, I'm lacking in that area. The area of giving back to the community. And the only way right now I can just do it is by this microphone. I would love to sit down and start recording. I can't right now. And it really hurts my heart because I have to go to school, just spend some money in, in private rooms in Manhattan where I cannot record because there's hundreds of people playing at the same time. But something has to just give in where I just need to make it happen. One thing I can control is practice. Even with my piano, it doesn't even work. I still have to practice. At least I can control that. Controlling my hours in the instrument. It's not a Steinway, but it does the job. It makes sounds. Every time that I tell them to play a note, it makes the sound. That's all I need right now. Could it be that this is just the universe teaching me something? We never understand how God's work in His own way, but we always understand why it worked, why it was working like that. Is that interesting? We never understand when the plan of life for God comes into play, but when everything goes to plan, we say, "Oh, okay, so that's why I went through this. That's why. Because I needed to just go through that. Simple." Now, there's a lot of things that each individual can protect, control, and is yourself. And from my point of view, these things need to be considered when you're in your daily life. It should not start next week. It should not start next year. It should not start January the 1st. Start today. I can rant about this for hours if I want to. When the world's going downhill without judging, I'm not judging anybody, but when the world's going downhill, there's a lot of spirituality there's a lot of responsibility. Low self-esteem is higher than ever. And we always hearing people that I have the best life, I've had the best life, I'm happy, I'm this and that, I'm traveling the world. But in reality, are you traveling the world, or are you traveling while you're being fake? Low self-esteem is in the highest. With this, I'm gonna keep this message short. Always in my 20 minutes mark. This episode is about venting. Get your time. Sit down. Say a couple things. Make sure that your ideas come together at the end. And maybe at the end you have to just look at yourself in the mirror. Maybe, I don't know. But make sure that you align with yourself, universe, and God. That's my case. Well, with this is my episode number 60 with the P Alpha Music. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Make sure that you like, share our content. You can listen in to all the platforms such as iHeart, Google Radio, iTunes. We're all over the place. And like always, I really appreciate it. You can reach me in the P Alpha Music, P Alpha Podcast, at gmail.com or palphamusic@gmail.com. Either way, you have questions, you can reach me out in my social media, Instagram and Facebook, or you can just go to my website, palphamusic.com. Thank you so much, and have a great night.